Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it is lovely to see you today. In this video I'm going to be attempting to sew a vintage pattern. So grab that cup of tea, wish me luck and let's get to it, shall we? What am I doing? Yes, we're back. We're trying to sew, probably going to fail, but hopefully not. Hopefully I'm going to make something that is wearable, that I can actually put upon my body and wear, but we'll see. So I thrifted this pattern quite a while ago. This is the Butterick 3104 and I want to make this dress here. It just looks quite a simple little dress with a little detail of a little bow on the front and it just looks really pretty. But yeah, it's just a few pattern pieces. The only thing that's missing from this vintage pattern is the belt. That's the only bit that's missing. Everything else is there and I have plenty of belts that I can just throw on with it, so I'm not worried about that at all. But that's the pattern that we've got. Look at this fabric! How 60s is this? It's amazing. So this is pink and green and white, swirliness. Isn't that amazing? I got it from my local, like it's a wool shop predominantly, but they do have a little bit of fabric for sale. So I went in and had a look and isn't this just the perfect 60s dress? I mean, come on now. I'm really excited. So because I got this from like a local shop and I thrifted an actual vintage pattern, I won't be able to link those, but anything that I can link to down below will be in the description, like my sewing machine and bits and bobs that I use in this will be down below. This is going to be like vlog style, so if you enjoy that sort of content and you're new here, don't forget you can click the subscribe button to become part of the butterfly family. We would absolutely love to have you here. Leave me a comment and a like so I know that you enjoy content like this. Wish me lots of luck because I'm really nervous. But let's do this, shall we? Hello, we're at day one. I'm here in the conservatory today because my mum can't easily get into where I normally sew and I've not done anything this adventurous before, so I thought, I know, I'll do it where I can ask my mum's help, and I'm glad I did because I've just done my first dart. It's only a little wee one. See it there? But yeah, it's only a little baby one, but I did my first dart. Huzzah! Okay, so I've done the darts on the shoulders of the back of the dress and then I've just ironed all the facing around the neck line, neck area. This is not a tutorial, people, not a tutorial. Moving on. Next I need to sew this dart. It's massive, like I don't fully... Me and my mum are baffled by this. Has anybody ever seen a dart like this before? It's like... I don't... What? Yeah, we'll give it a go. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'll let you know. Well, we're at the end of day one. I just tried to sew the big darts that I showed you earlier. I managed to get one of them done, but the other one basically didn't sew at all. We think something's wrong with the bobbin, but we're not gonna bother now because it's late and I have a headache from the stress of this. Learning to sew is not fun. I'm looking forward to when, you know, I know what I'm doing a bit more, but I'm really excited to be learning. I'm learning lots of skills, so that's really fun. And I am actually enjoying doing like a vintage pattern. So yeah, it's really fun. It's scary, but it's fun. That's sewing in a nutshell. Right then, I shall see you tomorrow. Hello my people, it is day 2 and I have undone the large darts that I did yesterday because I was watching some videos, and I will leave links to those videos down below, but I was watching some videos about how to do darts and I'd done them completely wrong. So I'm going to try and do them the way that the people explained how to do it. So that's my attempt today. That's what we're going to be doing. So I need to remark my fabric and then start again, do it again from the beginning, just on those darts. So that's the plan. We're working on a vintage pattern, so it doesn't explain things very much, but today we have YouTube. So there's loads of tutorials on YouTube. If there's ever anything that you're sewing and you're like, how the heckers do I do that? Just Google it. Google it on YouTube. Oh God, who am I? Just look it up on YouTube and there are lots of tutorials. But yeah, for darts, I'll leave links to those videos down below. But that's what we're planning to do today. So yeah, wish me luck. Hello, it's day 3. I'm in my pyjamas and today we're just sewing. That's all we're doing. We've got a fella in doing the bathroom, so why not just spend the day sewing? So my first step today was to translate all of the instructions because it's old-fashioned sewing language and it's kind of been boggling my brain. So let me turn you around and I can show you. I've written down all the steps that I need to do today in my language so that I can, you know, do it. So we've got 20 steps total to do. I'm going to try and get most of it done today. I want to get to at least 18, which is hem the dress. And then tomorrow it'll just be doing a fastening and adding a bow. We'll see if that happens, but that's the hope. It's not actually as complicated as I thought it was. Like, I kind of understand most of the steps from watching all my favourite vintage sewing channels here on YouTube. Like, they explain what they're doing, and so I can kind of picture it in my head, which helps a lot. And my best friend's helping me, and my mum's helping me, and yeah, so we should get a lot done today, hopefully. First thing I need to do though is, I didn't realise that interfacing wasn't facing. So now I understand, because I'd only cut the facing pieces out on interfacing and then I ironed them straight onto the dress because I didn't understand. That's okay, we can deal with it because this pattern you won't be able to see the interfacing. So I need to cut out facing pieces and that's my next job. I'll see you in a bit. So at the end of the day, day 3, is this day 3? Yeah, day 3. And I've got a lot done today. I sorted out the interfacing and the facing that I'd completely messed up on day 2. So that's fixed and they're sewn together now. Let me show you. See? And it's going to have like a little hole there. And then on the actual dress, it'll have a little fastening and a bow. It's going to look really cute. And then let me show you how much I've done. The darts were done before, but I've sewn the front down and the 2 sides and the shoulders, so it actually looks like a dress. Now I'm going to go and rest. I think tonight I'm going to have a bath because I'm in pain, basically, from sewing for all day. But I'm really excited because, oh, that was a bit close up, sorry. I'm really excited because tomorrow I'm going to be doing sleeves. I'm excited to learn how to do sleeves. And I'll be hemming and doing the fastening and a little bow that I'm excited to do as well. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to all these little bits and the dress coming together. So it's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to a bath tonight. And then tomorrow it'll be sleeves, hem, little finishy doodabs, and then that's it. It'll be done. It's crazy, but yeah, it'll be harder than I've just said, obviously. But yeah, this is the pattern. This is the dress. It's crazy 60s. It had to be done. So yeah, I'm really excited, but I'm gonna go and rest, chill out, cuddle the dogs, might watch some TV and just chill out for the rest of the evening. Mother just said, let's watch Chicago Fire, which I agree with. I think we'll probably watch that. And then I think it's important to say, like, if you're thinking of starting learning to sew and you've got chronic illnesses, it's very easy to get lost in the sewing and concentrating and everything, and to forget that you need to have rest times. And that to me has been a big learning curve, like learning to take breaks, learning to say, you know what, I'm a bit tired now, I'm going to go and sit down, I'm going to have a cup of tea, I'm going to just chill. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's refer back to the list, shall we? There's still quite a bit to do, but I'm quite excited, and hopefully if we start out tomorrow reasonably early, we can get them all done. So join me tomorrow. Woohoo! Good morning. It is day 4, and today we are going to be attempting to sew the facing onto the neck collar area thing. I'm so good at sewing. Yeah, newbie here. This is not a tutorial. So yeah, we're going to be attempting to do that and then put the sleeves on, because I'm a woman in her 40s and no sleeves is not a choice. You start getting flabby underarm bingo wings at my age. It's just one of those things, so you have to have sleeves. So I'm going to be trying to attempt them. I've never done sleeves before, I've never done facing and stuff, and I've never done sewing in a curve. All of those things will be attempted today. I don't know how successful we'll be, but wish me luck. I hope you're enjoying this vlog type thing. I've already chosen what I'm going to be making next month, and I think that's going to be an easier project than this one. I know, I'm insane. But yeah, keep watching, subscribe, like, all that sort of thing if you want to see me learn to sew. But But anyway, it's probably my best friend checking that I'm doing okay. She's brilliant at sewing, amazing. She makes like show outfits for people in London. She's really good. So I'll leave a link to her Etsy down below so you can buy some really cool face masks and pillowcases and things. She makes really nice stuff. But anyway, wish me luck. I'm really scared for today, but let's do this.
Detective Dot doing. So essentially in this narrative, the police are acting as like the mob, you know, like
Having a small problem with the whole pinning process.
Let's send her a message where we're gonna behead
Doggies.
her dog.
So I've just sewn round the neck area, and honestly I almost had a panic attack. It was so scary because I've never done curves before, and this was very curvy. But let me show you what we're looking at. So this is where the front fastening is going to go, and then there's a hole here. Hello. So I had to like sew round the neck, round this little bobbly bit, round here, up, round another bobbly bit and up. Honestly, it was terrifying. Now I'm going to press the seams and then have a break for lunch, and then I'll be attempting to make sleeves. Oh, I'm scared. Good morning, my loves. Actually, it's not morning. It's not morning. I've had a shower, I've had a chill this morning. This is day, 5? You probably know better than me. I just feel like I've been sewing for a year. Today I'm hitting sleeves. So I've got the sleeves loosely tacked in, and I've done gathering stitches. I just need to make them the right size and then iron them. So let me look at the list. Let's see what we've got on the docs today. So we've got quite far down, all the ticky ticks, until we get down to the bottom. So we haven't got many to go. So all in all, I'm pretty close to being done with this project. It's been really fun. It's been a little bit above my pay grade, like a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. And really for my like beginner, shouldn't have been doing this. But my mum's been helping, my best friend Louise. I will leave again a link down in the description to Louise's Etsy shop and her Instagram for her sewing. So go and follow her. So yeah, I'm really excited. Hopefully by the end of the day I should have the first project that I can actually wear. That is really exciting to me because I never thought I would get to this point. So yeah, we've got a little bit to do, but not too much. It's just mainly sleeves and hem, and then the bow and everything I'm going to do by hand. So yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know if you've been enjoying this project so far. If you've got any tips and tricks, thoughts and feelings, let me know down in the comments. But let's do this. Sleeves. I'm scared, but I'm excited to learn how to do sleeves. Hello there. So, I've got the sleeves on. That took ages because me and my mum decided to hand sew it because I did the one sleeve on the machine and honestly it was a nightmare. I just couldn't get on with it. It kept pulling and it was just a nightmare. So we just sat, watched Chicago Fire and hand sewed. So let's have a look. So here's the front. Here's the front fastening thing. Here's one sleeve. The little puckery poopy bit at the top. And here's the other sleeve. You can't tell which one's which. Mum did most of the hand sewing, I'll be honest. I'm a bit janky because I'm learning, but that's what happens when you're learning to do things. So I just now need to hem the bottom, put the front fastening on and make a little bow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm sure there's YouTube tutorials that show you. So that's the plan. Now I need to try it on and hem it. So here I am with the front. So I've done a hook and eye here and then just put a little button on it. We tried to do a bow and it just didn't look right, so we decided to do just a little button, and this was a button that I had. It's just really cute with a little rose on it. And then I had these that my husband bought for me, handmade with love by Beverley. Little tags that I can add to things. So I've just sewn that in. The hem's in the right place now, so now we've just got to tomorrow just sew the hem and it's finished and it fits. It's the first thing I've made that fits and I've completely finished. So I feel really proud of myself, which is crazy. I'm really looking forward to editing this video and everyone seeing it because this is my first time doing like a proper vintage pattern. It's worked. It was really easy to follow. So yeah, so stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good morning, internet world. Well, we're here. It's the last day of sewing. I think this is day 6, something like that. When you have chronic illnesses, everything takes longer, trust me. So I've just tried on the dress. The hem is perfect, so we're going to be hemming in a minute. And I've tried it on, and let me flip you around so I can explain what I'm going to be changing around the neck area. So right now I have this rose button that was in my collection, and I put a hook and eye, but the hook and eye doesn't stay closed, so it just keeps popping open. So instead I'm going to add a press stud, a snap fastening I think is what you call it in America, and just put it closer, and I'm just going to put it closer to the edge so it holds it down, because this is quite a heavy button and I don't want it to be constantly coming undone. I want it to just sit nicely, so we're going to put it closer to the edge, and that's it. I love these. Handmade with Love by Beverley. My husband bought me them. Oh, it makes me smile. So that's what we're doing today. We're adding a press stud, we're hemming, then we're done. And then tomorrow I'll do a reveal and like a little wrap up of what I learnt on this first dressmaking journey. This dress was very much more complicated than I thought it was going to be, but I've learnt so much and it's been really nice to do with my mum. So yeah, stick around and yeah, you'll see it all come together, hopefully. Dress. I made a dress myself from start to finish. I made a dress from a vintage pattern. This is the pattern. It's a really nice pattern. It's not too complicated. I attempted to make the middle one there, I learnt to do sleeves, I learnt about facings and interfacings, I learnt about different openings and closing-rings. I learnt a lot on this project and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. This is the pattern. It's got like a hole in the front and then I put a little button. I did want to do a bow like the picture shows. If you can see, there's a little bow. And I wanted to do that. I did cut out the material, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just left it. I know. I just left it and I just found a button in my stash and just kind of stuck that on there. But I think in the future I'm going to keep my peepers peeled for like a green or a pink ribbon to make into a little detail on the front, because I think that would look really, really nice. The sleeves are a little bit tight on me, I'll be honest. I'd never done sleeves before, I didn't know how to do them and I just kind of cut them out and did them how it told me to do them. But I think if I was going to remake this pattern, I would make it a little bit bigger all over. It does fit me, it is wearable and it's comfortable. It's just a little bit tight around my arms and around my bum, because I am a little bit of an hourglass. Oh, it's the first time I did darts as well, so I'm really proud of myself. Yeah, if I was going to do this dress again, I think I would just make it like an inch bigger or something, just so it's a bit more comfortable and wearable. And I might like put a zip in there somewhere, maybe up the side or something, just to make it a little bit easier to get in and out of. But yeah, overall I learned a lot. I might remake this dress in a year's time. So like next February, remake a version of this dress and see like where my skills are. I think that would be really fun. Let me know down below in the comments if you'd like to see that, because I think that could be quite an interesting thing to do. Overall, I'm just really pleased with it. I love the pattern. I love the material. The material's gorgeous. Just really proud of myself. I'll give myself a little patsy on the back ski, because I did really well on this. Thank you to my mum for helping me. Thank you to Louise for helping me. Louise's Instagram and her Etsy shop will be linked down below. Thank you for helping me on this project, both of you. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this. I would definitely make this pattern again. So if you see this for sale on Etsy or something, yeah, get it. It's a really fun little dress to make. It took me like 6 days to finish, but obviously it would, if you are good at sewing, it would take you less time. But it's just a very simple 1960s dress. I think this originally cost me 50p. Why not? Just have fun with it. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I don't know what my footage is like. I hope it comes out okay, but just bear in mind this is my first sewing vlog and things will improve. I already have the next like 3 months patterns planned out. I know what I'm making, so I'm really excited to do those. So if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to head down below and subscribe, ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. Leave me a cheeky little like and a comment. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about this dress. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Have you made it yourself? Or do you have this pattern? Have you tried it? Let me know all the things. Take care everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.